Welcome back. This is Charo Cherry. I'll be reviewing the very last book of Slappy World. It's Fright Night. When I went to Barnes & Noble and I was looking for it on July 4th, the day it came out, I was like, yeah, do you have this book, Fright Night? Slappy World Goosebumps came out today. And when I was checking it out, I didn't realize that it was 3 eyes. Fright Night, so they had a hard time finding it. They understood what I was talking about, but not exactly. On the back, we actually get to see the Goosebumps House of Shivers, scariest book ever, which I've already posted about. That's a new series that will be coming out very soon. On a later video, earlier video, I actually have information on that. Being the last book in the series, I would figure that when he had his, Slappy opening, maybe would have mentioned in the beginning, excuse me, and he didn't, mention how far the series has come, maybe do a third or fourth wall break type thing. This book is about 44 chapters long, so it's pretty dang long. Even when you get to the epilogue, let's see if we can get an epilogue here. Epilogue. He says, at the very end, it says, I'll be back soon with another Goosebumps story filled with streams for you. Remember, this is Slappy World. The only screwed it. So, will Slappy be returning to House of Shivers? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I don't think so. As for our narration, I think this is just a promotion of other books. It's hey, check out the other Slappy World books. He has all these story collections. Maybe someone picked this up and this was the first one. Moving on. This one is about a kid that moves to a large town. He was in a super small town. And in the small town, it was so small that he finds out that there's a monster in the basement of his new school. And it's the mascot of this school. And he finds out the school in the area, in the state, the rival school, also has a monster in the basement. And every year a party called Fright Night is created because the monster spends all night down there, right? And so the monster gets lonely, bored, and people think sometimes out of 90% of the kids that visit the monster, they're fine. The other 10% get gravely injured and possibly die. Since gravely injured, that would be dying. So this monster's down there, and it looks like this. I thought it was a spider or something. It's more like a weird cat amphibian thing with ears. On large amphibian ears. And he's down there. I forgot the monster's name is, I think Snow or something. Not on the top of my head, but he has a name, and it's their mascot. And they go on, and this kid gets chosen, Kyle Grosby, for Fright Night, and he has to be the monster's date. And he's freaking out about it. He basically befriended this kid at the school, and the kid basically threw him under the bus, and he was going to become the date. So him and his friend from back home actually comes to visit him, and come to find out that all schools that are way larger in this state, they all have school monsters because it's cheaper than hiring security. And they stay in the basement and provide security. No one's going to break in the school if there's a monster in it, and they know that. So they go to the rival school, and he uses his talent that he can juggle. So he juggles, and he finds the rival school monster. And their idea behind it is that they're going to steal the rival school monster, which looks like a giant stingray. I love stingrays. I love manta rays. I love all that stuff. And they sing through the neighborhood, and they're all hiding, and they bring this monster. The monster's entertained while he's juggling. So they make it back to the school, And instead of getting in trouble, the school is like, oh my gosh, you stole the rival school mascot. And they're like, yeah. And they're all happy about it. And when you think about the monsters are going to fight each other, they don't fight each other. They actually greet each other because it's been, I guess, an entire year since the monster has seen another monster. And instead of ripping each other apart, they have a weird, funny ending with that. They become friends, and the day is saved by Kelly Crosby. That was a nice twist. And because it's a Goosebumps book, they like to throw in another twist at the very ending. There turns out there's a monster in the music room. So this school not only has one monster in the basement, it has a second one in the music room. They don't really much describe that one other than they're like, oh, hey, Kelly, can you basically tame this monster because you tamed this monster in our school and you're the hero of our school. And it's basically a story about stealing school's mascots, which happen to be monsters. I actually really enjoyed this. I give this an 8 out of 10. I would have given it like maybe a little higher number if the monsters had fought. I would have thought that would have been cool. Yet again, it is Goosebumps, and like the later series aren't as dark or gross, I should say. Not like Goosebumps 2000 or some of the earlier original Goosebumps. So I knew that didn't happen, and it had the goofy ending, of course. But yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10, and I'll be excited to read House of Shure's scariest book ever. There's actually a preview in it of like 4 chapters. The chapters are a lot, the way they do that, they have like names on there. I don't know if that's going to be the finalized book there, but they might be. They could. That one says chapter 3 trap. Thank you for watching. This is Cherry Baby, and I hope to be reviewing Goosebumps House of Shure's scariest book ever very, very soon. And slime doesn't pay, so that's going to be cool when that comes out. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon. From the fog or the void, who knows?